But think about that shit like what we here for? It's money, nigga. Why the fuck you can't see that, man? You always act like it got to be something else to this shit, you know what I'm saying? Oh, cause you a homo now? Oh, what the fuck you be talking about, man? Money. Everybody got money, man. So what you gonna do with dope? We got dope. We got dope. Everybody got dope. Fucking crazy, yo.
They say tomorrow's not guaranteed. You see an opportunity, you better take it. Everybody get their 15 minutes to shine for the mother.
And I'ma go.
You see an opportunity,
I'ma go hard.
everybody get their 15. Even if it's for shine for the mother. For the culture, I figure for the full scholarship. Real estate, interstate, that's before college. All the more reasons for me to go harder. Haters try to stop a share, but me do a bar. I'm addicted to growth, seas over Gardner. When it comes to this money, man, no hesitation. Confirmation, only affirms my affirmation. I ain't shooting shots, but I got the shooters. And we'll take over blocks, we pick them up and move them. And we'll wipe these hoes, we take them down to lose. The president passed, we just prepping the future. They say tomorrow's not guaranteed. You see an opportunity, you better take it. Everybody get their 15. Minutes to shine for the
And I'ma go.
They say tomorrow's not guaranteed. Even if it's opportunity, you better take it.
I'ma go hard.
Everybody get their 15. Even if it's to shine for the
motherfucking squad, sound deli to the heart. Know that I'ma go hard. Ain't none of this by chance, it's what they ain't by God. Get ready for the pain, I'm the shadows from the dark. Different struggles, same journey, different struggles, same life. They get at me out of spite, I come back the same night. I react to how they actin', it's a fact that niggas act. Access to their actin', snap back and peel it. It's better fall in that lane, better flow. It gets me cut to the gut. This shit off and I'ma score it. 100K my nigga bill. If it's laws, maniac, I do what I gotta do to keep the family intact. Relax and go hard.
They say tomorrow's not guaranteed. You see an opportunity, you better take it. Everybody get their 15 minutes to shine for the mother.
And I'ma go.
They say tomorrow's not guaranteed. You see an opportunity, you better take
And I'ma go
it.
hard.
Everybody get their 15 minutes to shine for the mother.
My mind couldn't find it, no OnStar. But I'm living out my dreams in that foreign car. This dollar go harder than a porn star. The dog sniff, gotta make sure I load it right. Born in the 80s, I support the white. Never had shit, little boys life. Go hard, no Velcro, fresh up out of hell's hole. Stripes, no shell toes. Swerve deceitful and evil, I'm running out of luck. I'm just a speaker for people who ain't have enough. That 10 packets of red rapid, I bomb tracks like Chaps, nigga, Pearl Harbor.
Yeah. They say tomorrow's not guaranteed. You see an opportunity, you better take it. Everybody get their 15 They say minutes to shine for the mother. You see an opportunity, you better take it. Everybody even if it's for a moment. Minutes to shine for the mother. Even if it's for a moment.
Yeah.
Good.
Yes, sir.
That's
Even
right.
if
That's kinda
it's
clean.
for a moment. Let's go here. We're going to remove that. What's good, people?
What's going on, world?
Welcome. We ain't seen you in so long. I know y'all miss me. I know y'all miss us. You can't sit up here and tell me. Huh? Okay.
He's like, huh?
You can't sit up here and tell me that y'all haven't missed us. And it's cool. I know. It's been so long. But we got a lot to talk about today. Some massive news coming out of Microsoft and Xbox. And shall I foreshadow this short? More massive news on the way. It is not over for more announcements coming from Microsoft and Xbox. I will say that. I will set the tone. But before we get started, Mello. I thought, Noah. Hopefully Noah pop up. Mello,
Right.
what's been up with you, brother?
Man, a lot of hustling and bustling, bro. I had a lot going on. streaming, kids, family, birthdays. Same old gang. Still trying to give out this content, do what I do best.
Man, same here, man. I got 2 graduations this year. My twins, they're
Another one.
graduating from high school this year. They're going to prom this year. So they first prom, graduating out of high school into the workforce, into semi adulthood, shall I say? Well, in this case, adulthood. Then my youngest daughter Ruby, she'll be graduating from grammar school, going into high school. She had a magnificent last year. She was honor roll, student council president at a school and all that stuff. So she's been
Man,
doing,
congrats.
yeah, she's been doing excellent and things like that. But in me, I just been working. Don't ask me about no goddamn game. And post up ain't played no games. Okay, it's still a motherfucking saying. Post up ain't played no goddamn game. I started Ninja Gaiden about 6-7 months ago and ain't finished it yet. You know what I'm saying? I put on Gears Remastered, and I was doing this all from the ally. I just haven't had time. I've been in the studio. I've been in the recording studio working on projects, working on music. I've been mixing and engineering a lot. I'm
Man.
working on an
Oh,
album to drop this year.
Oh, that juicy change joint.
Yeah,
Mm.
I did a legit. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of good feedback from the Juicy J thing I did, which felt good because I hadn't written in a long time. So I'm back in the lab, really focused on putting out a great album this year. I'm also doing a label project, got all the paperwork and business, LLC and all that shit done in
M5,
terms of
M5 with you?
the label. Working with Fake Shore Drive and one of my
Oh,
DJ
okay.
friends from there. We're knocking
Yeah.
out
Oh, I fuck
projects.
with brother. Yeah.
We're knocking out projects there. I just got a studio with this R&B singer last week. I'm gonna finish mixing up her stuff
Oh,
this
yeah, you
week
been
so I
cooking.
can send her. So I've been kind of I took the gaming has taken a backseat. Even
Yeah,
the
as it
podcasting
should.
has taken a backseat. But the more important thing, the music is like really alive right now. And so y'all should hear a lot of great things from great songs, great music videos, professional music videos and things like that. But shout
Fire.
out to everybody. We got yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat, man, who pulled up because I couldn't have stayed silent on this
Yeah, man.
regarding what's going on with Microsoft and Xbox and the reorganization that they're under right now because they are under reorganization, and what y'all have heard so far is only the beginning. Let me re-say that. I'm gonna reiterate that. The changes that y'all have seen right now is only the beginning. There is a lot more to come. How much I say and how much I can say on this podcast, I don't know. I will only speak on the things that I can speak on. I won't speak on everything I have heard, but I can say this is only the beginning of the reorganization that's going on at Xbox. So I want to dive right into this. I
Dang.
really do. Yeah, I want to dive right into this. I really do because I've heard some things. A lot of things that I've heard. I won't talk about. I will only talk about the things that's already out there in the wild that people that everybody what everybody already knows. I can
Right.
only speak on that. Um, I want to ask, but before I start to speak my piece on it, um, Mello, what did you think when you initially? No, hold on. I'm getting my bad. My bad.
Oh.
I'm tweaking. I'm tweaking. Let me
You
do
ain't did
this.
this in a while. It's okay.
I ain't did
You
it in a
know, it's a
while.
little
I ain't
rusty,
did
a
it in a
little
while.
rusty.
Shout out to Gorilla One. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You know
Support
what I'm
the people.
saying? Shout out to Gorilla One. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Hold on. Hold on.
Nah, for real, man. Y'all ever think about that shit like?
Bring it back. There we go. There we go. There we go. Shout out to my bad. This we on a new platform too. We streaming from a new platform too as well.
Yeah, I
Okay.
noticed that.
Yeah. So shout out to let me go back to the comments. Shout out to Gorilla One. Shout out to Master Civ 40. Master Civ 40 celebrates 33 months of membership. Xbox till there ain't a box. Skeptical, but I'm willing to give the new boss a chance. Shit had to change.
That was good, gang.
Master Civ. Master Civ with the $2. You say, hey, Post, what's good, Master Civ? Always a pleasure, man. Thank you for always supporting the channel. Continue, even when we're not here, man. We really, 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 really appreciate you. We're gonna have to get you on the show, man. Bree, Bree, I'm gonna call you Bree. I don't know if you male or female. I'm gonna call you Bree/Bree. You know what I'm saying? You know, I got a cousin named Bree. You know what I'm saying? So I could call you a Bree, or you could go Bree as females. I don't know. I want to disrespect you, man. You know what I'm saying? And then we got Levon Queso. What's up? What's up, Levon? Levon. Reggie Bone. Post, why you faking on streaming? We need you to be more consistent. Talk your shit. Hold me accountable, Reggie. Hold me accountable, brother. You know what I'm saying? Look at Mello. Like, don't believe it.
Don't believe the hype.
Don't believe the hype. Nigga. He say you might not see him again after this one.
Man, you might.
Reggie Bro say, yeah, we miss you. Bring with the $2. Post went live fast when he saw the new people. Y'all gonna get my take on that. Black Lightning, what up? We got Suicide Kings, what up? Swordfish, what up? Okay. Thank everybody that's in the chat. We got 16 people watching on YouTube. I don't know how many we got on Twitch. Are we streaming on Twitch? Yeah, we got. Yeah, we got 36 people on Twitch. Okay. All right. So, like I said, we're gonna go right into this. Right. We're not gonna. I'm not gonna hold back. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. I do want to set this disclaimer now. Right.
Okay.
If you're in the Xbox community, right, and you expect me to kind of placate to things, to kind of. No, this is not that. You finna get raw and real opinions regarding what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of Xbox. I'm a fan of the Xbox community. But when you see things or you have an opinion of things, you should always give your honest assessment of things and not just placate to something or be not just placate to things because you like them or anything like that, or make excuses. We're not in the business of making excuses over here, okay? We're in the business of giving out our honest opinion. We're in the business of giving our facts and how we truly feel about the situation. So to get started, and I see Master Civ 40 say with the $2, he say Sony's still closing studios, but they talking that we could talk about that too, but primarily we want to hop into this this whole Xbox situation. It is a lot there. I can't say a lot, but I will only speak on the things that's already out in the ether. But before I say anything, Mello, when you seen the news, when you heard the news, because it popped up on a random Friday, what did you think?
Man, I said, here go once again, Microsoft just won't let Sony have the shine of doing something wrong.
Yeah.
These
every time.
Every time.
You know, I had a conversation about that every time Sony drops bad news, Microsoft
Bro said,
follow up with worse news.
Hold my beer. I got something better. Like, what is wrong with you?
It's like
people?
Microsoft pulls up and say, we can outdo you, Sony, on the bad news.
On the bad news, that's light work. What? Y'all close the studio.
And this has happened every single time.
every time.
I'm talking about every time Sony comes out with some bad news, Microsoft come right behind their ass and takes the news. At least let Sony.
Man, you post, hold on. They don't even wait a cool 7 days,
Exactly.
7.5.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
hit you with a straight 24-hour piece.
Hey.
We gonna have you within the 24. Like,
at
what?
least let the
it
Sony
simmer.
negative
Let it
news cycle
simmer.
simmer. At least get him a week or 2 weeks with
Let
the
the
negative
seasoning
news
sit
cycle.
in. Let it
Microsoft
marinate.
say whenever Sony release bad news, Microsoft say you got 24 hours.
You
and
got
we come
24
in.
hours to make it right. What?
Microsoft say you got 24 hours of that news cycle, that negative news cycle, before
Yeah.
we come in and take your shit over. And like clockwork, every
Man.
single time.
I
here
mean,
come
it was perfect too, because I'm like, okay, you know, God of War, the God of War Spartacus wasn't being received too well. You know, everybody
Yeah.
was having a backlash about that. Then you come
Yeah.
with the Blue Point, great development team. Now they dismantled by March, and then all of a sudden, yeah, let me go ahead and slide this Young Phil network in here. Let me see how y'all feel about this one, this mixtape. And guess what? We got a special feature, Sarah Bond in this one. I'm like, oh my God, gang. Like, Jesus, but
you know,
I did my
'cause-
video. Go ahead, boss. I'm sorry.
No, it's crazy because I seen some of the Xbox fans on Twitter like really relishing in the fact that Blue Point Studio had got closed. They was cooking with the tweets and everything, and just when they were starting to really, get into the PlayStation dude and kind of like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Microsoft say, hold on now.
Check this.
Oh,
Check it out, dude.
Check this
Check it
out.
out,
Sit your ass down for a minute. Like your 24-hour
Man.
celebration period
It's up.
is over. You know, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know who does that or
Bruh.
who chooses to do that, but they need to get them up out of there. Somebody
They got
needs.
the wrong PR for the wrong things. Listen here. I asked y'all plain and simple because that was one of my critiques about Microsoft. I said they don't know how to advert and promote their daggone video games well and get it out there to the market for the people. This ain't what I meant. I didn't mean bad news. I meant the games coming out. I didn't mean for you to sit here and say, hey, how can I tank Microsoft as a goddamn brand with Phil Spencer being let go? Like, what the world? My God, my God.
Master Sip 40 with the $2. He said, I meant the ponies thinking this the end of Xbox. Also, Master Sip with the $2. The only thing Xbox leads in is self-inflicted damage. I can agree with that. And then Master Sip 40 with the $2 again. Microsoft captains unsave a hole. Yeah, I don't know if this is intentional, but they always saving Sony from negative news cycles, because what just happened on Friday has totally bulldozed the things that happened with Blue Point. Blue Point ain't even a conversation no more.
Ain't
And
even
God of War, Sparta,
swept under the rug.
all of it is irrelevant right now. That news cycle is gone. Everybody will be talking about this
At least
for the rest of
2-3
the year.
months.
No, yeah, this will probably go on for the rest of the year, right?
Yeah.
Because one, now Xbox division as a whole is under a mega spotlight right now, right? Under because your two pivotal pieces in the company is gone. And so my bad for interrupting you, Mello. Continue. How did you feel about when you heard, that not that Phil Spencer was well, some would say abruptly retiring. We'll talk about that as well. And then how Sarah Bond abruptly resigned.
Well, my original statement, I'm gonna keep it short, but it was just one, I didn't want to go out there with the feelings situation like everybody else do. I like, you know what I'm saying, let me sit down, let it simmer a little bit, let me, take my arrows, but I want to see what actually happened, because you know how everybody come out when it come with negative Xbox news is everywhere. Oh, they fired him for this, da da da, all this other goofy stuff. So I chilled out. I went and did my homework first. And I was seeing some couple things that got me, you know what I'm saying, got me motivated. I'm like, okay, Matt Booty there. He was the one in the email, so we got a chance. All that type of stuff. So I wasn't too. It sucked more about Sarah Bond Pause. You know, that was the main concern, and I thought it was based off of loyalty towards Phil that she stepped down. That was my incentive, my narrative, and what I thought about in my video. So I'm like, maybe this
No,
is the case.
it's deeper than that.
And yeah, you hit me with the it's deeper than rap, and I was like,
It-
okay, let me buckle up because stuff about to go down.
Okay, so let's look at here because I was on Twitter. I got on Twitter late Friday.
Oh,
All the
I'm
information
sorry, bro.
had
Hold on, let me say this though. I want to say that can we cuss on our own show? I want to make sure. Are we good?
yeah. Yeah,
Hey, I want to say this
certain
very
people choose not
okay.
to because how strict YouTube. But yeah, we grown.
Okay. Mother Elf, Sati Nadala.
Uh-huh.
And I want to make sure that's clear. I'm gonna say that every chance I get, he is worse than Jim Ryan. Well, but Mother Elf, Sati Nadala. This is all his fault. And I that's it. That's all I'm gonna say. Go ahead, Post. Go ahead,
Okay,
Post.
so shout out to Iron Mike. 404 with the $5 was good. Iron Mike, good seeing you, man. He say, how is a leadership change before releasing a new console considered bad news? Isn't this the norm? Well, we're gonna talk about that too. We're gonna make sure we answered as many as questions as y'all have today. But thank you for the donation. I got you on that question, Iron Mike. I got you.
Oh, let me ask you one more thing real quick. Let me ask
Go
you one
ahead.
more thing. This is a personal thing. 'Cause I need to have this on record. Now, Post, shout out to State of Game. We've been doing it for a minute, on and off, however you want to cut it up and cook it. Have I always agreed with you and Noah about various things, one. And then two, wasn't I the one that was against console war?
Yeah. We have had argues on him. I've argued against you and Noah when y'all views aligns against mine, and then me and Noah have argued against you when our views didn't align with
Vice
yours.
versa, right?
And we've all argued on this show. It has never been where we just go along to get along.
Agreed. Okay. I wanted to make sure I got Noah's narrative. I want to make sure I got your narrative on how State of Game operate. We don't operate with yes men. We don't do the whole
No.
Microsoft can't do no wrong. We don't do
Man,
that.
you have argued about a
definitely
few
don't do that
things
around
on
here.
this show. Yeah, we didn't argue about a
Absolutely.
few things on this show. We done went back and forth
And I
about a
wanted
few
to
things.
make it straight, near, and clear to let niggas know, like, yo, I've been against console warring since I was talking about mobile taking over. I just wanted to make it be clear, but okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
Post.
so I didn't I didn't get a chance to see everything. So let me do something here. Where is it? I'm gonna wait, let me check this here. Let me make sure. Okay, yeah. So I didn't necessarily get to see gonna add the scene. I'm gonna transition. All right. And then we're gonna go here. All right. So I didn't necessarily get to see or read what Phil Spencer had said about his retirement. He said he goes on to say it's rare in life to know when a chapter is closing, but after 38 years at Microsoft, the moment has arrived for me. I've made the decision to retire and begin the next chapter of my life. It's a milestone that's given me a chance to reflect on the incredible journey I've been fortunate enough to share with so many of you. He said, I'm excited for Asha, which is the new CEO, as she steps into the CEO role. She's joining an incredible group of people, teams full of talent, heart, and a deep commitment to the players they serve. Watching her lean in with curiosity and a real desire to strengthen the foundation we've built gives me confidence that our Xbox community will be well supported in the years ahead. Thinking back to my start as an intern in 1988, I never could have imagined the path ahead. I've been lucky to work with so many passionate creators, partners, colleagues, and players across the industry, people who challenged me, taught me, and made this work full of joy and wonder. It goes on to say, thank you to everyone who's been a part of this chapter. The community has meant more to me than I can say. From here, I'll keep doing what always matters so much to me, cheering on the teams pushing this industry forward and playing alongside this incredible community. I'll see you online. All right. So that was
Phil's words. Yeah.
Phil Words announcing his retirement, which for some came out of nowhere. So since all of this is in the ether, and people saying, "Well, he got fired," and things like that, I can say Phil Spencer was already ready to retire.
Facts.
It was already going to happen. He was doing his victory tour last year.
Mhm.
For those that didn't know. So he was on his victory lap last year and saying his farewells and goodbye last year. So him retiring is new to some, but not new to all. I can't say that. I can't say he was already in preparation of retiring. The only thing that comes out of left field for me is the fact that the timing of it, the fact that he did it prior to the 25th anniversary. Okay, and then the second thing is the thing that's going on with Sarah Bond and her up resigning of her position, but giving if you can look at you can kind of see on the outside looking in, you can kind of see what happened and how it went down. Now we may not have all of the answers to how it went down. Was Phil Spencer fired? Was he rushed to retire earlier than what he respected? I did expect Phil to retire at some point this year. I thought it would have been later in the year, maybe around the so-called E3 time
Console.
or after
Yeah.
that, or I did expect him to retire sometime this year, either before the next console launch to leave it in good hands or afterwards. I did also expect Sarah Bond, who I believe, and from what I know, was groomed to be his follow up, to be the
Oh,
next person. Yeah.
hey, hold on, slow. Be careful with that grooming word around
Well,
these
well,
climbing.
where this kind when I say, well,
I'm
people,
just
if you're
playing.
an adult, you understand what I'm saying. I'm talking about from an employee perspective. We all know Sarah Bond is an adult.
Right.
And
No,
we've
I'm
said
joking.
this.
I'm joking,
Yeah,
bro.
I know. We've said this on past shows that she was under Phil for a reason because he was kind of, showing her the ropes for her to take on his position. I'm not the
Right.
only person that believed that. A lot of people in the Xbox community believed it. You can see it. Whenever you saw
Right.
Phil Spencer, you saw Sarah. Even in the during Microsoft or Xbox June showcases and things like that, she took the forefront of those shows. Usually
Right.
Phil Spencer was started in those shows. He closed some of those. Well, he didn't even close them.
Yeah.
He would say his
He
words, and
introduced her.
Sarah would
Yeah.
close them. Yeah,
Right.
Sarah would open up the show. After she say her words, Phil will come in and say his words, or the roles will be reversed. But Sarah Bond was at the
She was
beginning of
the
those
she was the
shows,
face
and
of
she was at the close. She was
she was the face of Play Everywhere, and she was the face of the Rogue Ally. When you look at the
I look
videos,
at it like this. It got to the
Mhm.
point where she started to become the face of Xbox. Because
facts.
we started to see Phil less and
Mhm.
Sarah more in interviews and things like that. And then I've had conversations with people who have met Sarah Bond in real life,
Mhm.
who told me how a magnificent person she is. Who told me how great she is in the things and the excitement that she had for Xbox and the things she wanted for Xbox, and how that she was a no bullshit person, and that she had fighting her like she was with the smoke. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I could put it like that. I can actually,
Yeah,
but I
yeah, I
can
know
say
what
that
you mean.
she was with the smoke when it came to Xbox in terms of being competitive. You know what I'm saying? And have that competitive nature about her, and conversations about how her perspective differ from Phil. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That she seemed a lot more aggressive and a lot more competitive and less of kumbaya. You feel me?
Facts.
And so I and some other people expected, her to fulfill that work. I think she was primed for it.
Mhm.
I think she put in the work, because when she first got here, right, she came over for T-Mobile, and what did we do, right? The same thing that Asha is
Asher.
getting right now. We're gonna get to her too. Look, ooh, we're gonna get to her. Look, the same thing that people are saying about Asha, which is given, which I can respect, happened with Sarah. You're not a gamer. You're
Yeah,
not
I
a
can't
gamer.
respect that. I ain't respect it when it first started it.
You haven't been in gaming. You come from T-Mobile. You don't know
Yeah,
what you're
what
doing.
you know about gaming?
Yeah, what you know about game. And then on top of that, she had um her um her skin color too.
Yeah,
That was going
she's a
against
DEI
Hadouken, because she's a
hire.
DEI.
Yeah,
People would say she
all
she
that
got that
dumbass.
position not because her merits, not because of her background and her education and the things that she done at other companies. They say that she got that because she was a DEI hire. So she had
Right.
a lot going against her. But I could say this, that she quickly transitioned into the role quickly. She quickly consumed and processed all the information that Phil Spencer was given to her, and she applied, and she quickly built relationships not with developers from a domestic standpoint and international. She is the reason that
Don't forget
she
the legal
came in and
system.
helped expand Game Pass across console, PC, and cloud. She came in and restored those relationships with Japanese developers. For a long time, the Xbox community was crying about how there was no Japanese games and things like that on Xbox. Well, she restored those relationships. Her and Phil spent a lot of time in Japan. So
Mhm.
a lot of that conversation
Don't forget
died
the
out.
ABK deal. The
The,
ABK deal as
and she
well.
is and on top of that, she is the reason that Microsoft was able to acquire ABK. Because while
Facts.
Phil was exhausted in sleep, which was confirmed, she was up all night making sure that happened. She got on the stand where the judge fell in love with her. Because
Mhm.
Pete Hines and I can't forget the other
And
person,
others. Just say
damn near
others.
fucked the deal up.
Yeah.
They damn near messed the deal up. But Sarah Bond single-handedly, you know what I'm saying,
Reeled it back in to get it
reeled
where
it
it
back
is right
in
now.
and solidified that ABK deal. Now,
Facts.
regardless of the things that took place after the ABK deal, she solidified it.
Mm-hmm.
She solidified it. You know what I'm saying? And so for her to be done the way she was just done, it's terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It's no way, right? It's no way. And then the new person, it's no way. This person that's only been with your company 2 years.
Should be in that position.
2
Yeah.
years ago. 2 years.
Didn't know you had male friends.
2 years. Been with Microsoft 2 years. Is the CEO of Xbox right now.
Yeah, but
Somebody tell me something.
Something
it's
just
it's
ain't right.
it's positions at Microsoft. In order for you to get and qualify, you need at least 6, 7, 8 years of experience. You need an MBA, BA in this and that. You'll need some type of reference of your work that you've did over the last 6, 7, or 10 years. Most tech jobs want you to have at least 10 years of experience.
Right.
But we're hiring somebody in a CEO position who only been at the company for 2 years? For 2 years?
Yeah, buddy. See, I thought it was something totally different. I'm focusing on the AI aspect and, Satya Nadala's focus on AI.
What
And,
AI? Okay,
yeah,
she was
buddy.
in AI. How is AI looked at Microsoft? It's not looked at as good.
Like the
Copilot
Jesus
is not
Christ.
doing. Copilot is not doing good right now. Copilot
Yeah.
is not the folks go-to AI for anybody right now.
Yeah. Especially since Gemini came out, but at the time, everybody was heavy AI focused, heavy AI driven, from NVIDIA to Metaverse. It was all AI. So
Well, if you're
yeah,
Microsoft, and then you was with ChatGPT, right? You was
Yeah.
with ChatGPT, right? But now you're talking about creating your own. Now you're talking about getting away from ChatGPT and building in house. I would just say this with
I think they
with
still hold on.
Asha,
They still got a part of ChatGTP because of
yeah,
GitHub. They own GitHub.
yeah. I
So
would say
okay.
this. I'm not gonna go in on Asha, despite some of the things that that I've heard about her,
yeah.
and in terms of her last position and how that worked out or played out, which I didn't hear anything good. But I would say this. I will have to extend the same offering that we extended Sarah Bond. I'm not fit to jump out the gate because either somebody on Twitter who's running her X account or whatever AI bot is running her X account got her on possibly allegedly got her on there saying the right things. We're not gonna do that. She has to show and prove. Okay.
Yeah.
She has to show and prove. So what of course, if I'm Sarah Bond, if I'm not replacing Phil, I'm definitely not fit to work under Asha, who in terms of experience, it's not even close. You know what I'm saying? I have more gaming experience than her. I actually have a gaming background because everybody thought Sarah Bond didn't have a gaming background. That proved to be wrong. I'm still stuck on this, Mello. How do you overlook a person who has came in and built all of those relationships with the developers and did so much to push Xbox forward as a services, as like I said, console, PC, and cloud? How do you supersede her with someone that doesn't have a gaming background, that's not a gamer, right? That comes in from an AI position that, you know what I'm saying? And that she has to come in and redo everything that Sarah done. Or that Phil
My
has
thing
done.
is this.
Does that make any sense?
It does and it doesn't, because my theory, what I was going with was due to Phil Spencer going ahead and resigning and then stepping down, retiring and stuff, something happened internally, which I don't know, that caused Sarah Bond's loyalty towards Phil to be in question. That made her want to step down. That's what I'm under the impression is, because once again, I don't know, but it just didn't make sense on how she just up and left. And then on top of that, you have Matt Booty there, and he stayed. So
I don't know how. I don't know how he keeps surviving these. I don't know how Matt.
man,
Can somebody
in the
please
Matrix.
tell me how do Matt Booty continue to fail upwards?
I don't know, but like I'm taking it off of face value because once again, I don't know these people. I don't know their intentions at all right now. Currently, at this moment, she's saying all the great things that they want to hear on social media because you see, it's a crazy frenzy of everybody trying to figure out who she is and what she knows and her resume and everything. And she's saying all the good words right now.
Her LinkedIn is there, and then I look. I will say this to what you just said. Her loyalty in the relationship she had with Phil, her and Phil Spencer had, was not the reason that she resigned.
No, I think it's
we know the reason why she resigned.
Sure.
We know the reason why she resigned.
How? What was the? And that would be what exactly?
Look who they chose to be CEO.
I think the pick with that one was because her ideology maybe aligned with Satya Nadella weird ass when it comes to AI.
Stop. Nadella needed a yes man. Nadella needed a yes man.
Yeah, to approve this sentiment with AI, and then you're gonna have Matt Booty cover all 40 game developers.
Gaming is not gonna save Copilot. Gaming is not gonna save Copilot.
Yeah, like we really don't know.
Look, gaming is not fit to save Copilot, bro. When people is gaming, they're not thinking about how they fit it. Even with the AI features there or whatever AI feature, how much of them AI features is going to be? Well, most of the time when you're playing games, you either one playing by yourself, or two, you in the party conversating with the guys. You're not talking to no goddamn AI. You ain't asking no AI no question. You asking the homies. Hey, yo, what the bam? No, I mean that. Look, I'm just saying. I think this is another an extension of them trying to use game as another means to to push AI and to me. And we're gonna get into this. I don't think the Xbox division is gonna be. Over the next 5 years, over the next 5 to 10 years, the Xbox division is not going to be. I think we got y'all better start cherishing y'all memories now.
Count your days, nigga.
And I'm saying, and you could call me a pony, you could call me whatever, but I'm saying RIP Xbox right now. Y'all could come back and look on this. When I'm telling you, I am keeping it real. It is a wrap. It is a wrap. If I was Sarah Bond and you picking this young person who only been at the company 2 years to be CEO over me, even though I'm more qualified than her, given the things that I did since I've been here, the relationships I've built, the things that I've done with Game Pass, then I also about to usher in one of the biggest technological leaps in gaming in terms of the next piece of hardware they're putting. Now, all the things that I've done, Asha and Matt finna take those accolades. They're about to take the accolades for all the work that Phil and Sarah had done.
Oh wow!
They about to take. We've been doing this. No, you ain't been doing nothing. You just got there.
Facts. Well, Matt can say he's been there, but this other lady, nah.
What Matt has done? What Matt has done?
I don't know. Matt been around since Sarah Bond and Phil Spencer.
And what has he done? How many years since he been running them studios that we've been waiting on? We're just now getting games. That's 2026.
Hey man, he was in there changing the napkins and giving out cookies, but he was there. He was in the gym when stuff was going down. He probably was handing out the water bottle, but at least he was inside the facility.
Look. And see, look, I don't know if the Xbox community thought I was gonna get up here and be all chill. No, put the motherfucking pom poms down. What are y'all cheering for? And then I'm seeing people out there all in her tweets saying, y'all don't even know who the hell y'all talking to because it's definitely not her. And then the thing with the with the gamer score and the Xbox
Hey man, it was her
and the
son
Xbox
account. It
account,
was her
and
son account.
you got all the same on the same. Bro, look, people ain't stupid. And then they out there using all the PR words. And then I'm
I
seeing
think
some
that's
of them,
what they doing wrong. That
and,
post, I think
and
that's
it's
what they're
pissing me
doing
off because
wrong
you know what?
because
I see
you're
a lot
trying
of.
to
Go ahead, my
you're
bad.
trying to please social media,
No, you're
and
trying to
she's a
placate to the Xbox
but
community.
she's a out. But again, it goes back to the AI. She's an algorithm. I can't say that
She's
daggone
an
word.
algorithm. They
Yeah,
definitely
she's a
talking to the
fucking
algorithm.
Yeah.
They definitely
Low,
talking to the
hey,
algorithm. And then
I don't.
and
Hey,
what
hey,
makes
hey,
me
conspiracy theory mellow right here, man. I'm putting my aluminum foil hat on, gang. I don't think that's her. I think that's Satya Nadella with a wig
look,
on, gang.
what makes me mad is that I see people out there actually believing in that PR talk.
Yeah, I believed it a little bit. I ain't gonna hold you. I
I know
believed it a
you
little
did.
bit, and you know why I
Well,
believed a little bit. I'm gonna tell you why I
well,
believed a little bit. It wasn't because we gonna be bringing back games exclusive and yada yada. It wasn't all that. It was literally I see that she was going to be the forefront to please Satya Nadella and his AI dreams with whatever's going on with gaming, and Matt
what
Booty
what
was going to be able to cover the games. That's
what did
what I
Dollar
was
tell
banking
you?
on.
Dollar tell
That's
you he ain't know nothing about gaming.
yeah, so yeah, brother. I'm just saying what I was banking on, man. I thought he been with Phil Spencer for how many years? Phil hired the nigga. I'm pretty sure he
Look,
learned something.
look,
Like,
let me tell you that. And then I see
Jesus.
people that who's she's out there. I mean, I don't know whoever is running that account, whether it's a algorithm, whether it's
Stock
an AI
account
bot,
or a
whether it's
person.
her,
Yeah.
whether it's somebody else, bringing up the 360 blades, out and the and I'm just sitting back watching the community eat it up, eat it up, and it really sit back and look at how the overall look at the overall. Don't be so blind to the PR talk. Look at what's actually going down. Because I do think that this hardware that drops next year will be the last piece of hardware that's coming from the Xbox
Woo!
division.
That's all I needed to know, gang. That's all I needed to know. We are
I'm
still getting that console.
the cons
Woo!
I it still come it's gonna be the last. And I
Yeah,
take if I'm wrong,
farewell tool it is, nigga.
if
Let it
if
end with the greatest person that ever stepped in the game,
if
Phil
if
Spencer.
if I'm wrong, I will take the L. But I truly believe that
Yeah, I
that will
said
be the
yeah.
last piece of hardware that comes out of Xbox. I think after that, they're just fully third party.
But it's the
And
perfect marriage though. Big post up because when you think about it, look at it. You had a Rogue Ally and all what it's doing. They merging PC with the games with Game Pass already and the Xbox games and stuff. You already told your consumers this is about to be a leap and bound in gaming and all that stuff with the box. Bro, it's a good farewell tour. On
I
top of
would
that,
now
the
I would say
25th
that,
anniversary, it all
but
makes sense.
well, I would notice I specifically said it will be the last piece of hardware coming out of Xbox.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
say
Licensing out. Yeah,
the last
yeah.
piece of hardware from OEMs. Okay.
Right.
But I do think that that the hardware that will release in 2027 will be the last hardware from Xbox, and then the rest will be OEM manufactured
License. Yeah.
licensed licensed hardware, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I do think
Asus.
I don't think I know um this is not over. I would say that.
Mm.
I would say that this is not over. There are more changes to come. I would ask y'all to. I would ask y'all to. I would ask Xbox community to buckle up. I will say that. I would say the reorganization right now is not over. And let me do this here. Let me bring up where is it? We're gonna go back here.
Arm Mike, while you doing that, it does matter. You said that Sarah Bonds and Phil Spencer didn't have no power. It does matter in the sense of the passion towards gaming. That's what it matters the most. And right now, from Post saying, the two individuals that we got right now, they don't share that same sentiment, and that's where the major shift gonna come in at. So you don't get a person like Phil Spencer every day, especially when it comes to gaming, who actually cares about gaming. And like I was saying before, he did 17 years. They was literally talking about canning the Xbox after the 360. And look what he did deal wise, IP wise, and developer wise. The man did crazy numbers. He said, how does it matter? Passion leading to gaming everywhere, anywhere. Yeah, it matters because guess what? Your favorite IPs that you know and love ain't going away like the dodo bird, in a sense. And yeah, granted, Microsoft got this decision they making and this stuff that they're doing right now. It doesn't change the fact that his resume. I'm basing it mainly off of what he did resume wise. He
Well, who did
turned the
resume
failing
wise?
product to Phil. He turned the failing product that was about to be destroyed and canned and put on the shelves to something that's worth mentioning. Even after he leave, those IPs is going to be around forever.
Shout out to we have a total of 143 people watching across YouTube and Twitch. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel as well. Before we move along, because I'm going to bring up something else. Let me get these super chats. We got that, and then let me see here. We got who is this here? This is Bay Area. What's up, Bay Area, man? I ain't seen you in a minute, boy.
It was good, man.
Bay Area said, good shit posted Mello for always staying true through and through to the brand. Fire ass stream last night, Mello, and let's keep our fingers crossed. Yes, sir.
I got these jokers in a bow tie. Do you hear me, babe?
I'm finna bring up something now. This is from Sneaker OS, who is I think from NeoGaf. I've seen some of his work before.
Okay.
Who's been right about a lot of things. When talking about game, he says on layoffs and restructuring. Because I will say this, Microsoft they are going through a restructuring and a reorganization in Xbox right now. And what you've just seen the first phase of that. You don't know what the second or third. We don't know what the second and third phase is. He says this puts the Xbox division directly into one of the biggest rounds of layoffs they've ever seen, all under the guise of restructuring under new executive leadership. I agree with that. I agree, and pretty much what he's saying is that that's going to be a massive amount of layoffs, maybe even studio closures. I'm just setting expectations now. Their restructuring right now could amount to a massive amount of layoffs, and it could amount to some studios being closed. We don't know yet, but I'm just telling y'all to prepare for anything. He says on Sarah and behind the scenes, yes, backstabbed.
Dang.
Listen to what I'm telling you.
Wait a minute.
Listen to seems as much more appropriate term. Handing the division over to an AI executive. There's literally no worse scenario that could have happened. Sarah's departure is the biggest clue about what's happening behind the scene. She was basically Spencer's disciple. That's why I told Mello that the relationship between Phil and Sarah is good. It's always been good. Okay? Outside of at the beginning when they was trying to figure each other out. So when Mello was saying that Sarah left because her fealty to Phil, her fealty has always been good, was never in question. You could say, well, hold on. You could say she left because she wasn't with the shit they was putting down. I'm not with this. What are we doing here? And you finna put a AI exec who only been at this company 2 years, you finna give her seniority, you finna get her field spot, even though I've been working side by side with Phil and we've been growing this thing together. Oh, you want me to work under her?
Man.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy.
I've been with Phil for the last how many years? He has put me in position. He has helped me grow my road. He has helped me build relationships throughout the industry, right?
Right.
I would be the ideal choice. But no, you bring this AI exec who only been here 2 years and wasn't really good in her. Well, but we're not gonna even go there. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna even go there. But you expect me to operate under her? And I know more about the role that she's put in than she does?
Yeah.
Oh, you take me for a fool. Oh, so what you really saying is you want me to stay in my place and allow her to suck all she can. It's all the information about me to do her role better and then get me up out of there later down the line. Hell no, I'm up out of here.
You want me to train my replacement?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dang.
What are we doing here? Y'all gotta look at shit how it is. Look, when I first heard this information, that's why I put that tweet out. I said, "Congratulations to Phil, R.I.P. Xbox Division."
That's just a harsh words though, man. R.I.P.
And then you got Matt Moody that's still there, but what I think he's only there for a transitional piece. I think at some point he gonna get up out of there, and I think also he only there to keep things together, to prevent a mass
layoff, people leaving,
a mass,
exiting, yeah,
that's a mass
massive exiting.
He's there to comfort developers and keep things together. Because you just lost two golden
massive
pieces.
Key pieces. Massive.
And if I'm developing, Phil and several go, man, this shit finna hit the fan. Let me get up. No. Let
me get my little coins.
So you keep Matt Booty. So you keep Matt Booty so he can kind of calm the masses. And prevent developers from just, getting up out of there.
Up and leaving, yeah.
Yeah. But I would have got up out of there too. Oh hell, I put in all this work. All this work.
And right when the tides is about to start turning, especially with Game Pass, not the console, but Game Pass, we got a new console rolling out, and the acceptance of Play Anywhere. Y'all say y'all do this move, yeah that's crazy.
All this work, and then you know what? It's cool. I'm Sarah Brown. I'm professional. I'm not finna go out. I'm not gonna be disrespectful or anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm finna go sell chicken at Tyson Foods.
No, I'm gonna take the. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the high road. Hey, congratulations,
Right.
go up there. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me do this. Let me do this here. Let me remove that. I'm gonna put that back up because I want to put something else up on the screen. Let me go here. Because I saw what Sarah Bond said, but I didn't read it. I need to read what she said.
Yeah.
Where is
I'm trying
it?
to get Noah in here while you doing it. I'm trying to get Noah in here also. So. Oh man.
Let me do this
She
here.
said I'd rather go slang chicken at KFC than to deal with this lady. Nah, I'm playing. I'm joking. I'm jokes. Those all jokes.
Let me get this on the screen.
While you doing that, make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe if you
Let me get this on
new.
the screen.
Y'all know how we get down.
So we're gonna read it together because I haven't read this yet.
Here
I
you
haven't
go.
read this yet. All right.
Chicago
She said, "Hi
education.
team."
Let's roll.
She said, "Hi team. I know there's a lot of news to take in today. I'm incredibly proud of what we've built together over the past 8+ years. 8+ years. 8+ years, and you bring in somebody who
It's
only been
two.
there to run over 20,000 people, right? This person y'all brought in only been there for 2 years, and the highest amount of people she overseen was 400.
Man. Yeah, that's a massive.
I don't know
number.
what type of light. I don't know what type of light they're gonna have to show me, cause ain't no more hoop Ryan cheerleader and looking at this shit optimistic. Ain't no more of that. Ain't no more capping. Ain't no more making excuses. Ain't no more. They gonna have to show. But I have a pessimistic view of this. I don't. I'm just hold on. So I know there's a lot of news to take in today. She said, "I'm incredibly proud of what we built together over the past 8+ years. PC and cloud gaming are growing faster than ever. Our next console is well underway, and together we help lay the foundation for more open gaming platform that spans devices and reaches players around the world. When we announced our intentions to acquire Activision Blizzard in 2022, I committed to helping leading Xbox through what would be a critical period of change. Yes, she did. You ain't lead. You ain't lead. You was the reason that they got through that critical period.
That is a fact. That's
They
a fact.
don't win that without you.
Yep.
Over the past 4 years, we've navigated that moment together and positioned the business for what comes next. We took on some of the biggest challenges this organization has ever faced and did it as one team. With that, I've decided this is the right time for me to take my next step. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Both personally and professionally. We're living through a transformative technological era that will shape the next generation of our industry, and I'm energized by what's ahead. The moment also presents a unique opportunity for fresh eyes and new leadership to guide the team into its next chapter. I've had the privilege of spending time with Asha over the last few weeks as we've planned for this transition, that I've seen firsthand her deep commitment to our players, developers, and brand. She brings deep technology and commerce experience, along with a strong track record of building and scaling platforms that the world uses. Xbox deserves this. I'm excited to see her lead this next chapter for our team. I will remain on as a special advisor to Asha to help ensure a smooth transition and set the organization up for continued success. That's when I read this, I think about the tweet, the post you put on LinkedIn hours before this happened, right?
Oh,
Because
she said I'm gonna be a special advisor.
Think about this. Hold on. Look. This is PR.
Oh.
Remember this. This, what we're reading, is still fucking PR. All right? What I want to bring up, hold on. Let me see here. Where is that? Let me go here. Let me do it. Hold on. Let me blow my nose, y'all. So I want to bring up something else too. Where is it? Kaylin, close my door. Okay, where is it? I'm looking.
He said, "Boy, look at the what's too about Noah.
Right, I'm looking in for her LinkedIn
Yeah,
post.
this next video I'm finna cook up for tomorrow finna be interesting. I know that much. I
Okay,
see
I
what's
want
going
to.
on.
I want to bring this up here. So we're gonna go.
Check the back room, post.
I know. So we're gonna go here. Okay, now let's go here. This was 3 hours. Follow me here. Follow me. Hold on, let me transition it. Okay, y'all can see that, right? Right. This was 3 hours before everything went down. We love to learn about more how you play so we can continue improving Xbox accessibility features. When everybody plays, we all win. Does this sound like someone that's about to resign?
Exactly, no.
Yeah, this was 3 hours. This was 3 hours before everything went down. So when I read this, let me come back to this. When I read this, no disrespect to Sarah Bond, you feel me? She just saying what needs to be said in the public eye. Me personally, I think she's up out of there. All this about we planned this Asha over the last 3 weeks as we planned this trade. No, I don't believe that. I believe you found out. I believe they disrespected you about you. I think you found out the same day this was all announced. And you abruptly resigned the same day. Because 3 hours before, you were still talking about improvements at Xbox. But you do this. You do this. You put out this PR
You can still
language.
be professional. Yeah, you can still be
you still be,
professional.
because you know what type of company Microsoft is. You don't want to break with bad blood or anything like that. That could affect future opportunities. So you take the high road. But when I see this, I don't believe majority of this part right here. We planned for this trip. I don't believe that. I don't. I don't
I'm gonna
believe
take it for face value. I get what you.
I don't believe it.
Take it for face value.
Because you don't go from 3 hours prior. Yeah, we're gonna walk up the bam to I'm no longer at Xbox. I'm gone personally. I'm up out of here yet. No, we didn't. No, it doesn't make sense. And the reason why I think that this type of this what she's saying here, I think this would have been written. I think this would have been written differently. I think this would have been written differently. And I do, and same with Phil. I always knew Phil. Y'all didn't, but I knew that Phil was already retiring. I don't think he was able to. I don't think he was able to retire when he wanted to. I think his retirement got pushed up. Whether you consider that firing or not, whatever.
It's up to you. Yeah, it's up to you.
It's up to you how you up to you how you look at it, right? So they pretty much you push Phil out the door, and then Sarah take herself out the door. Look, you think I've been with this company 8 years. You see my background, you see my pedigree, you see the things that I've done, and you expect me to work under a person who only been at this company 2 years, who don't know shit about gaming? So that's why this part of what she wrote here doesn't say. I don't believe it. But again, in terms of the corporate world, You say what you have to say, and then you move on. You know what I'm saying? You take the high road. You walk out smiling with your head up, and then you move on to your next position because you know you're gonna sit back and see how this shit plays out.
But even
And then
then,
the-
see, I give you a little kickback on that. Even with that, also because I know this. Okay, let's be clear. I got it in my mind. I know for a fact this is about to crash and burn. Most likely to a point where y'all probably come knocking on my door later on to even get me back in here and give me the position, just due to the damage that she may have caused after this situation. So I might do what she doing. I don't have to be bitter. I came out on top when it comes in this situation.
Look,
so yeah, I do the whole guys just supervising mess, but I'm not finna work under her. No.
Yeah. Sarah Bond and Phil Spencer know what it takes to oversee 20 to 22,000 employees. They've been through the grinder. This new person doesn't. I don't think she have any idea what she's getting into personally. What she's signing up for. Personally, that's what I believe. No disrespect to her. Maybe she changed my mind. Maybe she don't. Maybe all this shit go as well as I expected. The Xbox get out of the hardware business. They no longer in the hardware business because pretty much they're not a hardware company. They stick with the software and services side. This is the last console. They leave it up to the OEM to produce Xbox hardware moving forward, and that in that case will be any PC that's being made going forward. So you leave the hardware up to the hardware vendors. You get out of hardware with Xbox. Xbox more than likely is going to consolidate. It's going to consolidate. So meaning that they probably wind up with less studios that they have not. I don't think they're in the growing period. I think they're in the period of subtracting. Meaning, like what Sneaker SO said, massive layoffs, and like I said, possibly some studio being closed. Who knows? All right. So I do think they're in the period of consolidation. Because to them it's about the books. Now she goes on to say, where we at? She brings deep. Okay, we read that. She says Xbox deserves this.
That right there. That sounds like a black woman slogan right there.
Hey, they don't get it. They don't get it. Hey, hold on.
Depending on how you read into that.
Depending on how you. Yeah, we can hear you. Hold on. Depending on. Let me add you to see. Okay. All right. Let me go ahead. Okay. Depending on how. Let me go back to that. Cause hold on, right? And see, that's why I say that I do believe that part. Look how she worded that.
Yeah.
I shout out to my brother. Damn, hold on. Ooh. Oh, what's you up?
Okay. Yeah.
Shout out to my brother Infinite Umbra, man, because he kind of alluded. Well, he alluded to the same thing when he read this. I hadn't read the whole thing yet, but he was also saying that that Xbox deserved this could be taken as a backhanded compliment. You know what I'm saying? Because she says, also over the last weeks, planning the transition while the band, she brings deep technology and commerce experience along with a strong track record of building scaling platforms that the world uses. Xbox deserves. Just thinking.
Even that's backhanded.
Look, Xbox deserve this, meaning that they deserve what the
Whatever
fuck
about to
is
happen.
about to happen. You
About to
maybe we read too much into this, but
No,
that could be
hey,
taken.
if you been with a black woman, you know what that means. You think you moving over to something better until
Let me tell you something.
let's see if she gonna be able to rub your feet and make that chicken pot pie you like.
She said, I take that as a compliment that they deserve whatever's the fuck is about to happen.
Mhm.
She said, I'm excited to see her lead this next chapter of our team. I'll remain on as a special advisor to help ensure a smooth transition and set the organization up for continued success. She said, I want to thank Phil for his mentorship and friendship over the years. He's been a consistent champion of this business and the people who make it what it is. And I've learned a great deal from the way he leads through both opportunity and challenge. I'm grateful for his trust and support throughout my time on the team. I also want to thank Satya for his sponsorship and support throughout my time at Microsoft. I also want to thank. Yo, talk to me, Mello.
This is saucy, bro. This is
guess what?
Saucy.
Yeah, because guess what? Satya ain't say nothing about her in his press release, did he?
Yeah.
He ain't even mentioned her name. The disrespect. Think about it. Y'all, look, for his sponsorship and support throughout my time at Microsoft. As I prepare to sign off, I've been reflecting on 3 simple questions I've tried to use to guide my days. Did I bring my best? Hell yeah, you did. Did I help someone else succeed? Hell yes, you did.
Absolutely.
Did I do my best work? Yeah, yes. Do I know my worth?
Yeah, facts. Wait, hold on. Wait, is that in there?
No, but that's what she's saying.
Yeah, I thought she said that. I was about to say, whoa, hold on. I know them words.
I hope the answer has been yes for many of you. It's been privileged to work alongside.
Yeah. My resume speaks for itself. Trust me, I'm good. I'm good.
Did I do what I
said?
Did I do what I said I was gonna do?
That's a fact.
That's a
fact.
I know my worth. I know my value that I brought. What? And you
come on now.
Pretty much, did I do everything you asked me to do? Huh? Did I do everything you asked me to do?
She did that plus some, be honest with you. That ABK deal, bro, y'all gotta understand that thing changed the world as we know. Like the stuff that Netflix is going through right now is because of what she did in that ABK deal. Like that's how massive she was, bro.
You know what's so crazy about this? And I can't even cap.
Mm-hmm.
When she got promoted to president, J-Dub, me and J-Dub had a conversations in the DM and he said they gonna scapegoat her.
Yeah, they kept going with that narrative. Yeah. And I was like, nah. I've always been against that. Since the moment I did my own research on her, I said no, she's no scapegoat. No. Especially on the field, she's no scapegoat.
I look, I want to say this. I can't look as a part of the Xbox community, I can't tell you what to do. If you want to believe the bullshit PR that you're getting right now, that's up to you.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to be optimistic about what you're seeing right now, that's up to you. I ain't gonna take your shine from you. But I'm telling you right now, with me, you're gonna have to show me all the shit y'all put on that black woman. All the names y'all called that black woman.
Yeah.
All the racist things y'all called that black woman.
Facts.
All the things y'all said about her qualifications as a black woman. All the DEIs and that. She's only good for this and this and that. All the womanizer. All the shit y'all. She came in and did her fucking job.
And
look
crazy.
how she was. And look how she was paid. Look how she was rewarded. Look at what's up. What's up, Dora? How you feel about this? How you feel about this, brother? Yeah. Yeah. And we talked about that. And I'm saying this right now. I'm not happy about what happened, and I'm not gonna be happy. This person who only be from Microsoft, she gonna have to show. And I ain't talking about. It's easy to placate to the fan base on Twitter saying all the right things, and you got people out there that's actually believing the bullshit that they selling right now.
Yeah, nah.
I don't believe any of that shit because I wait. And I would say this before I let you go. I would say anything that happens over the next year or the next 2 or 3 years,
it's all feeling
all
Sarah.
feeling Sarah.
Yep.
But they gonna take the accolades for it.
And the deals. Yep.
Yep. But go ahead.
Years where they're gonna see success off the back of was it Yoshida and Sean Layden.
Yes.
You're gonna start seeing it's gonna take some time, but you're gonna see the new regime when new management come in. The first thing they like to do is make their imprint.
Yep.
Like this is how I came in and changed things. So that's what the PlayStation guys are seeing now. When you see the mass acquisition of studios, you see studios being shut down. You see the push for live service. But I say that to say this, right? I keep it consistent, right? We lost Phil, we lost Sarah Bond. This is a completely new identity, completely new.
Completely.
Like nobody knows the direction Microsoft is headed. Like question
Yep.
mark, question mark, question mark. And if we go
Yep.
based off of she headed AI. I don't believe her when she says she's not gonna implement AI. I mean, she used the term AI slop, but I don't
Yeah.
believe her
So
when she
AI is
says
there. She's saying
yeah,
she's not gonna use AI. Stop. Now, AI is still on the
yeah,
table. And I think
yeah.
that's her reason,
It's the
primary
wording.
reason for being there. Yeah, it's the word.
And guess
It's
what?
it's
Look
the
at
wording.
look at the word she used. What's been going on about slop with the AI and the algorithm? Microsoft slop, AI slop. She using
Yeah.
trend words.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
ChatGPT type that speech. Well, look, listen, or Copilot, but yeah, I don't trust when. I mean, I trust she's going to use AI. I don't trust her when she says she doesn't. She's not going to use it. Um, damn, I just lost train of thought.
I'm
But
sorry.
that's
You
cool.
good?
It's cool. But yeah, this new regime, man, is I don't I don't I don't know if this changes things with the new Xbox hardware. Now, I ain't gonna lie. One thing I would like to see, if I would like to see the next Xbox be more traditional. The full PC thing kind of had me nervous a little bit. Like it's cool, yeah, we get to play like Steam games, PlayStation games, and whatnot. But what about like I play 2K, bro? So we like does that mean that when they release NBA 2K, I gotta play the PC version? They're not gonna have an Xbox version, or they expect me to play the Series X? So I
Well,
would,
what I was looking into that they was gonna do on hardware. It was gonna be a hardware version. It was gonna be the console. But
it
okay,
was
go
gonna be
ahead.
a console, right? Okay, okay. It just
Yeah.
had a lot of questions about that, but I don't know.
What the next
It could be,
hardware? The next piece
yeah.
of
The next
hardware?
one.
Like would it get its own
It's
version
not
of
gonna.
games, or
It's
would it
not gonna
just?
be. It's not gonna be a traditional console. That is out the
Not
door.
It's
traditional
not.
like hardware,
It's
hardware,
no.
but
So so
It's
when
not.
so
It's
your
gonna be a
library is still gonna
hybrid.
be there.
so
It's
Yeah.
let me
gonna
ask you
be.
this.
It's pretty much gonna be a PC running Windows 11.
No, no, no. But so let me ask you this though, right? So let's say 2K NBA 2K29 comes out. You got the PS5 version. You got the Series X version. Do you get an Xbox Magnus version, or do you have to choose between Series X or the PC version?
I ain't gonna
Okay.
be because the reason why I'm saying that is because they're not gonna. What happens to your catalog of Xbox Series X games that you bought?
No, you could.
That's
So my understanding, you
already
Okay.
still can play
I
those,
would
right?
say this: the ROG Ally, the Xbox ROG Ally, that should
Yeah.
give you a consensus of what the next hardware is gonna be.
Mm.
That should
So,
give you a consensus. It's gonna run Windows, and then it's gonna have a console like interface on top of Windows 11. You're gonna be able to run any store. You're gonna have all your stores, Steam, Epic Store, all of those are
Yeah. Really,
going to be
yeah.
accessible from it, and you're going to be able to
uh
access all your games from across multiple storefronts. And it's
but
even if you look at it with the GPU and CPU, it's not an APU. The GPU is it's not an APU. You got a separate CPU and a separate GPU that is going to have. It's just going to be a hybrid PC.
what well, what does that mean for software though? Do games get a Magnus version, or we just
That's what I'm
download the
saying. That's what
PC
we
version?
asked. Like, what happens with your games because they was doing back compat and all that stuff. What
Well,
happened to the games we bought for the Xbox Series S and X?
Well, back compatibility
We gonna just
is going to
lose
be
access to that.
from what I know is that it's going to be able to run games from the OG Xbox all the way on up to Series X and S.
But there's no Magnus version of the game.
Well, you talking about you talking about the next gen version of that game? Well, in that case, it would be
Yeah.
the next version of the game versus the Series X and S version, right?
Okay. So, but it would be like a game designed specifically for that console or hybrid. That was always my question.
Because that's the
Well,
thing. Like, okay, like case in point would be this post. Like, we know every time a new generational console come out, the first 1 to 2 years they have the last gen version of those games.
Yeah.
So when it comes to
think 2K. Let's use 2K as an example. Yep.
yeah,
All right, go ahead,
everybody
Melo.
ain't gonna just migrate to this Magnus device. What are you gonna do with the individuals that still want to play their Xbox Series S and X version of those games? That's
the
what we mean.
they're not gonna do it. The Xbox Series X and S is gonna still be out. I would assume they're gonna still be selling
Yeah, they
Series
still gonna
X's
be
and
out,
X.
but we talking
But you
about the
can still,
transition of those
can I still
games
play
on
that
the
Series X
development
version
level.
of 2K
Oh,
on
I
the
see what you're
Magnus?
saying. I see what you're
Yeah.
saying. Like now, like with now you have the on place like say for PlayStation you have the PS4 version, but you have the
PS5.
PS5 version.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I would think it would be like that. I would.
Like,
But
but
I think
we're not sure, right?
Microsoft is more so moving towards the PC because they're
Oh
trying
yeah, they
to
definitely moving
that-
towards that.
Yeah,
because it's
but
one
We're
code
getting
base,
that. Yeah,
one
but right,
code
but
base
but
across all
yeah,
devices.
but that's what I have an
yeah.
issue with. I don't have an issue being able to play all the PC games. That's not the problem, right? But what I would have an issue is if 2K
Our
comes out with
library.
a PlayStation
Yeah,
6 version of 2K, but we stuck on Series X version of 2K, or we have to get the PC version. You know what I mean?
yeah.
The PC version is lacking and missing in some things as far as like
Missing
with the next
everything.
generation of console. Yeah, yeah. So now we stuck. We even though we got this hardware, we're stuck on last gen. It makes sense. That makes sense. Post.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, and I think what hold on, let me do this. I think what you're saying is a question saying, hey, if this is going to be a hybrid PC, I can see where your questions come in from software because most games only come out for the PlayStation or the Nintendo and the Series X version, and then the PC version comes out
Mm-hmm.
later. So I
Yep.
see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. We're gonna
And that's
have
gonna
to
hurt. That's gonna sting when it comes to sports games, bro. So you mean the new Madden, the
Yeah,
new 2K, you get the PlayStation 6 version. It
the
takes
Grand
advantage
Theft
of all the
Auto
bells
6.
and whistles of the
Like,
PS6.
come on.
And then now we got to play the PC version with all the hackers and mods, and then people running around with big heads, and then we don't even get all we still running on last gen because it's the PC version or the Series X version. So that's
yeah.
always been like on the back of my mind with this tradition, this hybrid console. I know we kind of getting off topic, but I'm just wondering if when she emphasizes bring back Xbox, is that part of her
That
mindset, or it's
Who?
just
That's
Bro,
PR talk to
that's
me.
just
action
PR,
or
and we
PR?
don't even
That's
know
just
what that
PR. That's just
we
PR.
don't even know what that
Yeah,
means.
Yeah, that
yeah,
that's her
yeah.
trying to. I think that's her trying to placate to the fan base.
I think
You know what I'm
I
saying?
think it's fair to say
Because
right now we're all in limbo, right? We're kind of like
yeah, and I think we're at the same. And I can't. What I would say is this: I kind of. I did kind of. I pretty much laughed at the PlayStation. One thing I would do is this: I recognize from the Xbox from the Xbox standpoint that we don't know how this new regime is going to run Xbox moving forward. I can
Yep.
say that. Now I laughed at the PlayStation dudes because that's one thing they never recognized, and that's why when Blue Point and stuff got closed and stuff like that, they like what is going on because they never recognized that this is a whole new regime at PlayStation, and PlayStation never told y'all their roadmap or what they and so Microsoft and PlayStation is in the same boat from a community standpoint. We don't know what the fuck we getting from these companies over the next
Limbo.
5 or 10 years. We're
We
all
in
in limbo
limbo.
right now.
Well,
We're
hold
all
on.
in limbo right
Well,
now.
I think. Well, to me, they didn't spell out the roadmap, but they pretty much gave the overall in that fireside chat they had in the summer.
Who, PlayStation?
So
Yeah,
on PlayStation?
yeah, PlayStation.
Okay. Hold
Oh,
on,
they.
Play. Hold on. Before you start, hold on.
All right.
Shout out to J Dub with the $5. Mello don't want to believe. Post spin facts. Those words were written by Microsoft's legal and PR firm. This is a $4 trillion company, not a mom and pop shop.
Oh my
You know, he
god.
always coming.
I don't
He
even know
always
what
coming
he
from
talking
Mello.
about. Look, what are you talking about?
That was later. Oh, that was early in the conversation. My bad. I'm just getting to these super chat.
Yeah, okay.
Shout
I
out
don't even know what you're talking about.
Shout out to Ancaster with the $10. This is a clear case of Indians hiring their own people. I give it 10 years. Microsoft will be ran by mainly Indians, just being honest. Ancaster, that is a good conversation to have. I had seen a lot of conversations outside of the gaming community that when this news hit, I seen a lot of tech pieces talk about nepotism. Nepotism that was going on and how was people
Hiring
was
your
listening
own.
that majority, if not all of the major tech companies are now run by Indians, people from India. All of them.
Hiring your own.
Pretty much all of them. All of them. So Ancaster, that is a good conversation to have about nepotism because I seen a lot of those conversations on X Friday after this news hit, and a lot of people wasn't too happy about it. And I seen a lot of, I'm talking about a long, very worded tweets about nepotism and what really happened. Because me personally, that we're supposed to be congratulating Sarah Bond right now. But go ahead, Play.
Yeah.
But yeah, they in their fireside chat, PlayStation fireside chat, pretty much their goal is just to increase revenue by any means necessary. I need to use it to stand on.
Yeah.
All right. Before we move on, shout out to the 327 people watching across X and YouTube. I really appreciate y'all. Ancaster say I see it everywhere. Shit, I seen Popeye's restaurants with all Indians. I know. Look, but you know what? What I didn't realize. Ancaster is right because I've seen a tweet where someone listed all the major, even companies outside of the tech industry. And majority of all the major companies in the U.S. is headed up. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, right? But people trying to get on the people got mad at LeBron for making a way for his son. You know what I'm saying? For putting his son in the NBA and call that nepotism. So you got to call it how you say. I might bring up some of them tweets. I got to make sure they're not disrespectful, overly disrespectful. But I'll bring up a few tweets and show y'all what some of the people had to say on X on Friday about nepotism in regards to this.
Hold on, let me clear that up too. I'm sorry, because that did sound a little bit crazy when I said I am. I'm not saying it in the sense of they're doing anything wrong. I'm saying it in the sense of it speaks a lot towards America's education system, which I've been speaking on before. That's what I meant. Yeah, that sounded crazy.
And also,
before I say anything, I'm gonna process my thoughts on that.
Also, you got to think that Microsoft got rid of all their DEI stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that. They got rid of all of that, all the paperwork, the positions. They no longer that is no longer a part of their agenda. All right. So I have a tweet here. Hold on. Okay, so I have a tweet here. I'm gonna read this tweet. Let me put this on the screen. Let me see here.
Man, bro, like we might all be going to Steam, bro.
I'm gonna read this.
Steam gaming, dog.
Okay, I'm gonna read it, and this just one of the tweets I've seen. Okay, this person said the CEO of Microsoft, Satya Nadella from India, just hired a new unqualified VP of Xbox, Asha Sharma, whose family is from India, replacing a white guy, Phil Spencer. Okay. Normally, the ethnicity of a person in a role doesn't actually matter. Who cares what part of the world a person has ancestry from, as long as they do a good job, right? But in this case, it's worth pointing out a strange, highly racist pattern within Microsoft. Now, before I move on, I just want to set the standard. State of Gaming is not calling Microsoft racist. State of Gaming it does not agree with anything that's being said. I'm just pointing out other perspectives and opinions after this announcement was made. Okay, this pattern is this: Microsoft managers from India disproportionately hire people also from India, even if those people are less qualified than other non-Indian candidates. A pattern which is overly racist and anti-meritocracy. In the case of Asha Sharma, the new Xbox lead, this is glaringly obvious as she has no experience whatsoever working in games. Zero, not a drop of gaming. Her longest tenures were at Instacart and working on Facebook messaging.
And Home Depot, ain't it?
Okay, hold on. Let me get that off. What is that? Let me get that off the screen. All right. So, all right, and I seen a lot of, and I just seen a lot of these tweets that was similar to this everywhere on X, and I was surprised. I thought majority of this was going to be covered by the gaming community, but it was covered about a lot of people outside of the gaming community. It goes on to say, are we to believe that there were zero candidates available to lead one of the largest gaming organizations in the world with significant experience working in the game industry? Not one. That is extremely unlikely. In fact, I can say with absolute certainty that there are many managers and directors already working within Microsoft with extensive experience, decades, shipping successful games in gaming hardware. I agree with that. As you can see, Sarah Bond has been with the company 8 years. There's people there that has been there longer than Sarah Bond. Okay, so it could have been anybody, right? And that's just the internal candidates, which means that Asha was likely hired for a reason other than her applicable work experience. Which means, okay, it is a reasonable assumption based on Microsoft established patterns that she was hired because of her ethnicity. Okay, Microsoft is one of the largest users of H-1B visas within the entire tech industry, with the vast majority of those H-1Bs going to employees from India. More workers from India replacing non-Indian workers. Every Microsoft employee has seen this happen over the years. A little personal anecdote. Back in the late 1990s, I worked within a small team at Microsoft. So this person has worked with Microsoft before. Only a dozen or so people. When I first joined the team, looked roughly like the surrounding area of Redmond, Washington, mostly white with one Indian and one Korean. It was roughly proportional to the community. The Indian man was then promoted to a management position and quickly things changed. In less than 1 year, the team was now predominantly Indian, with a few people of other Asian ancestry, with only 3 white guys remaining. Within a single year, the demographic ratio had flipped. It now no longer matched the city in which we worked. The things got weird. The team moved to a new floor of the building, and every employee within the group was given their own individual office. Well, every employee except for the 3 white guys. We were put together in the smallest office available, the size of a long, thin closet. In fact, I believe it was originally just a storage closet. It was so crypt that whenever the guy at the back of the office needed to leave the room, the other 2 guys had to get up and exit one at a time. Single file. Damn, that's bogus. We called it the hunky closet. All requests for the hunkies to move to spaces where we could fit was denied by non-white management. Despite several offices remaining empty, the purpose was clear. It was one of many attempts to get the remaining white guys to willingly quit, which we all did within a matter of months. And yes, those roles we also replaced with non-white people. I will say that. I won't say hunkies, but I've seen, I've seen a lot of tweets like this. I've seen a lot of tweets like this on Twitter yesterday, on Twitter Friday and Saturday, from people who expressed the same thing in terms of nepotism and and hiring their own. Me personally, I just want the best for Xbox. Okay, but I can say this: I I don't know what the future of Xbox is. I don't know if there is a future. I think at some.
Oh, there's a
I
future.
think. Hold. I think that solely they all. I think after the 2027 hardware release, they're out of hardware, and I just think they're just going to be third party. That's it, and they're going to leave the hardware up to OEM. What you think, Play?
Well, I think the fact that they hired her, I know that it's interesting that Satya Nadella just came out like 3 months ago or whatever it was, talking about their AI business not doing well or not well
Yep.
received and all these type of
Yep.
things. And then his move is to put the woman in charge of AI, promote her
Who wasn't
into
doing
the
good in the
wasn't doing
AI
good
space
into the
that she
game
was
into,
running?
right into the gaming division. So all that really tells me, one, I know they're not giving up on AI because it's too next gen in terms of internet technology to give up on.
Yeah.
But the fact that they put her in charge of this, that one, you're going to see studios closing.
Huh?
You're going to see
Huh?
layoffs.
Wait. Say that again. Say
You're going
that
to see
again.
you're going to see studios closing,
Yep.
and you're going to see layoffs.
Massive. Yep.
Because
And
I
this
have
is.
I'll tell you because I have to use AI in my job, and
Uh,
yeah, they are because of the level of efficiency programming. We're not talking about just creating content like graphical content, just in terms of programming. The level of efficiency you can pull off with an AI tool with one person is unmatched. Um, it just is. Unfortunately, it is what it is.
yeah.
So the fact that she's been put in charge, they're going to lay people off. They're probably going to close some studios. And then whatever developers get left, they're going to be expected to use AI. They're going to be expected to probably produce 3 times than they would when they were not using AI.
Yep.
And we'll see how that affects games going forward. But yeah, this is I think Satya Nadella trying to get they're going. I do agree with you. They're
Use.
probably going to be out of hardware after this,
Yeah.
and they're going to try to force AI into
Oh,
video games somehow
and,
because
and,
for Microsoft, that's probably their best way of getting penetration into the market at a consumer level.
exactly. And that's what I Mello. Did I say that
Mhm.
earlier? I said they
Yeah.
finna use gaming. They fit because ain't nobody don't nobody use Copilot.
Nobody uses it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah.
uses it.
It's no need for you to use it.
I'd rather use Gemini or ChatGPT. Hey, I've been doing some AI
And
stuff lately.
Gemini is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gemini is
Gemini next level.
crazy.
But think about
Ge-
it. ChatGPT was so bad that Apple dropped them to use Gemini.
Yeah, to use
To use
Gemini.
Gemini. Yeah.
And
And
Microsoft about to drop them because they now talking about building their own in house.
yeah, Copilot is their own. It's been their own for quite a while.
But it uses something. I think it uses OpenAI though.
It
They're gonna
might,
come out with they're coming out with their own model. They're gonna
Yeah.
use
They're
their own
coming up with their
model.
own
They're
model.
going to
Yeah.
come out with their own, and the only way for them to get penetration for consumers is gaming. Google, well, they have Android,
Yeah.
so they have a market to get consumers to use it.
And they have billions of customers that already have it in their hand.
Exactly.
Because it's built, because Gemini is now also built into their OS. It's also built into their into Chrome. It's built into their Internet
It's built in Chrome.
It's built into it, and it works well. And it's
Yeah.
so cold, right?
Yep.
It knows, like, if I'm on a page, it knows exactly what pages I'm on. It sees the same exact things that I see. So if I ask it something, say like I was doing a resume, right? And I had the site of the job that I was doing a resume for on the screen. I asked Gemini, woo woo woo. Gemini built a whole resume and a what's the name letter off of the position that is seen on my screen, and it used the ID number of the job and everything, bro. Just automatically. Bro, I didn't even have to explain what the job was. It saw what I was looking at on the screen and built everything, the cover letter in the resume around it.
Yeah.
I'm talking about cold. I'm like, what the hell?
Hey,
Then they asked me,
Pose.
do you want me to stop looking at this screen and look, bro? I'm like, what?
I've been using that claw thing for Microsoft. I mean, for our Mac Mini, and I use it with Unreal Engine. Bro, you can literally tell them, put the gun in the right hand. I want you to switch shoulders left and right, and I want you to create a smooth transition with car entry, and it literally breaks the whole entire code down to you just off of that word prompt alone.
Summarize it,
You ain't got to do any blueprints, none of that mess. No C++, nothing. It literally breaks it down, put the code inside the game, and all you have to do is run it.
Yep.
Bro, it's a wrap.
Yeah, and that's why when play say massive, that's why I said earlier in the stream, I told the Xbox community to buckle up. This restructuring that's going on, it's not the end of it. It's not the end of it. And so what Play just said in terms of massive layoffs and studio closure, just get ready.
Yep.
Just get ready. I'm telling you now, get ready. And it might be one or some of your favorite studios. It probably be a studio you at least expect. But like I said earlier, they're gonna downsize, they're gonna consolidate, because with AI, you don't need what they got, what, 20 to 22,000 people right now?
You're not, unfortunately.
Yeah, you ain't gonna definitely need none of all that dealing with AI. It's to the point where now all you got to do is sit in front of a board, maybe 5 people at best, have them break down the whole entire infrastructure of what the game's supposed to be and what you want implemented, and you just type it in.
Hey, yo, but I will tell you this though, right? From a person that, bro, you can break down so many barriers with AI. Like, bro, I always like wanted to do
I'll be right back.
animations and cartoons and stuff, and I'm getting into like AI. I've got like characters created and drawn out, and started doing like mini episodes and stuff, bro. Like AI is the truth, dog. Like you really don't need a full staff of people anymore to do, especially like in entertainment. Like it goes with the Rose saying, and I'm also like looking in the programming, but like you don't have to sit down and go through courses and go to school. I guess maybe they hit that on a professional level.
For programming, you need to know how to still program.
No. Hold on. I'm saying is like on a professional level, yeah. Like if I want to do like deep programming, right? But just like basic stuff, like Chat GPT will walk me through, or AI will walk me through the steps and have me doing the basic, the basic things. Now, of course, you still, you'll need like resources still to do like some, heavy lifting
Right.
and
Oh
things
no.
like that. But if I want to create like a basic app, I have the means to do it, whereas without AI, I didn't. So just somebody that has no experience and able to get this far, I could just imagine. It's like a gold mine, for these companies. They could save so much money and cut staff and
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 that's why I kept
double
trying
or
to
triple
get
the
them to
workload.
yeah, that's why I was trying to get them to understand. Like, it ain't about. I understand layoffs hurt. I understand people losing their jobs hurt. All that stuff. I get it, but I was trying to get them to understand this is the reason why they push so heavy to get the ABK deal out, because of the massive amount of IPs and the massive amount of notoriety those games have, and the people that's willing to go out and buy those said IPs.
Hmm.
If I'm giving you still the content that you want, even if it's under AI, look at Expedition 33. It was
Yeah,
still a good game regardless of what they did with AI.
yeah,
That's the only thing that's going to matter at the end of the day.
bro. I dropped 4 music albums in 2 months, bro, using AI. 40. Just got 35 to 40 tracks on them Jays. Mello heard it.
Bro,
What you think, Mello?
I wish I would have known you was doing it. I would have told you need to break it down a little bit different. Cause you put in 40 tracks like you was Chris Brown
Yeah.
and joint. But I would have told you to break it down and then do some the AI marketing. You
Yeah,
know what
the reason
I'm
why the
saying?
reason why I do so many tracks is because you distribute it. It's like you distribute it as a book, as an album, right? So I pay one
Mhm.
fee. I pay one fee if so if I do 40 tracks and I did 2 albums, I have to pay double. But if I put them all on one, but yeah, the
Oh,
marketing is the hard part,
solid
bro.
yourself.
The creation
Okay.
and distributing
What's up?
is easy, but marketing is like getting people to,
Is it just the pantry?
especially in the TikTok age, bro. Like people
Yeah.
lose attention in 2 seconds. People will click next immediately, bro. It wasn't like that, you know, in the early
Right.
2000s and the late 90s, dog. Like we used to sit and listen to a whole album. Now, bro, you find one song on the album of that, and
And
listen
they
to
move
it, move
on.
forward, bro.
Yep. Yep.
Move forward. I'm gonna find my 2 or 3 favorite
Never did
songs.
that. It's just right now you got to go also with the concept of people acceptance of AI right now. It ain't
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
way
yeah.
there.
Yeah, it's not. It's
So
not. It's not. That's
yeah.
why, like, I don't advertise like, hey, this AI generator. I want people to listen to it and like it on a chord.
So, yeah.
But without a biased mindset. But yeah, I mean, AI is the future. But there's the cons when it comes to like staff and employment and vision, bro.
Man,
Like you sit here and worked on your craft for 20, 30 years, and somebody come through with a $200 subscription and just outclassing you. You know what I mean?
outclass the whole entire situation, bro. I'm a
like the
like right now they have a massive fluctuation of AI games that's in not in Game Pass, I'm sorry, but in Apple. Like
yeah,
literally the Apple store is flooded with AI games. The only thing they're doing is taking ideas that they seen online, saying
yep.
create this and putting it in
I,
the App Store and
I'm
putting
trying to. I
subscriptions
ain't gonna
on
lie, bro. I'm trying to get on it too, bro. Like, I'd be dumb not to.
it. Yeah.
Like, you got to
Oh,
think about it,
absolutely.
bro. You got to be think about it. Like, people are gonna lose jobs to AI, but also
Hmm.
you could become you could become independent. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
A
Yeah.
freehand, like using AI, and if you already great at it, AI will take you to the next level or whatever your craft is. So I mean, it's pros and cons to it.
Right now is all about how creative you are in the end of the game,
Exactly,
in the aspect of it. How
exactly,
creative
bro.
you are, all those ideas
Exactly.
that you were trying to come out with, this is the
Yep.
perfect time to do it, because guess what? Once they start regulating and putting red tape on this,
Yep.
it that door gonna close.
That's exactly what me and my little brother be talking about, bro. Like this the time, dog, because it could be any time that legislation could come down and say, all right, we don't see this as actual work or art or you just never know, bro. So if you're trying to
Look at
come
the
up, man, I
copyright
I, I encourage you. I encourage you to use AI and leverage it. you
Shoot,
know,
look at what they
to
just
boost your
look at
craft.
what they just did with that. What was I don't know if you saw it or not. That Tom Cruise and somebody
Oh
was
yeah, I
fighting,
saw that. Yeah,
and,
but
and,
it's
and
using people likeness though.
Martin Luther King estate came out and said, "Hey, y'all need to stop using his likeness because they don't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I,
With deep fakes, like
yeah, I get that. I get that. I mean,
it's
I
coming."
understand that. I understand that. But I ain't gonna lie, I've been watching some like Dragon Ball Z, some AI generated like Dragon Ball Z stuff on YouTube. Man, it just look crazy, bro. You got an ultra realistic looking Frieza fighting a AI generated Goku and Trunks, man, bro. Like this is stuff we be asking movie studios to do with like take a cartoon, come up with a movie, make the storyline interesting, give us like real like immersive action scenes. But then these big studios they make the movie and we get that. You ever seen that Dragon Ball Evolution?
Yeah,
Shit was trash. But you got people here, one person creating a whole episodic series on YouTube using AI. Have you seen it? You see what I'm talking about?
Y'all know about Base
no,
44?
Mm-mm.
yeah, Base 44 correcting your own apps and websites.
Which is a
Oh yeah,
site
yeah.
where
Yeah,
in many, I mean,
start using it.
you could create apps. I'm talking about for phone, and it should be ready to upload to to the App
To the App
Store, to
Store.
Google, and
Yeah,
ready to go live instantly. You can your own website. There's so much you can do
yeah.
with that
With
website.
AI.
It's crazy. I do want to say this. The same thing that I told PlayStation community, I tell the Xbox community. This is not the Xbox you grew up on.
It's not.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, but to your point,
It's
post to your
it's
point,
gone.
AI, like the way these companies are treating AI and just throwing their employees to the curb, they
Mhm.
better be careful too, bro, because AI gives the average user the ability to do some of the capability to do some of the things these big
Man,
companies have. It gives you resources that will probably take you hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands, sometimes millions of dollars to do, but you can do it at your
Cheaply,
fingertips.
No,
free.
hold on. There's a component
Man,
that's
stop it,
missing
Rose.
in that.
Stop, Rose. Stop,
Uh,
stop,
No,
stop,
hold
stop,
on. Here we
stop. I'm
go.
just playing. I'm just, you know, I be
Okay.
playing with her. You
the
know, I be
thing that
playing with her.
but still the thing that's missing from the average person like me versus a company is I don't
Hmm.
have the capital to pay for the infrastructure, particularly the server costs
You don't.
necessary
You're
to
right.
something on a mass scale. That's the
You're
only.
right.
Then hold on.
But
Then furthermore, even though you're using AI to do certain things, the
uh
scale to which you're going to need to do something is going to be
yeah,
an entirely new business cost for the token. They're
you're right.
taking a lot token allowance per month and all these other things.
I completely agree with you, Rose. But let me ask you this though: does it give you the ability to start small and work your way up?
Yes, it does give you the ability to start small and work your way up. The issue is going to become like right now you can do it, but eventually they're going to start charging you more for the same scalability because I think right now it's too cheap. And I think
Hmm.
the cost basis is too low because they're trying to do adoption right now. But eventually, they're going to increase the cost basis for it. But y'all
Yep.
go ahead. I got to do something.
Yeah, and that goes back to what me and Melo said. This is the time to jump in, bro. While the prices are somewhat reasonable, before legislation starts getting involved, this is the time, bro. This is get in early, dog. This is like crypto. Get in early now. Get in now. Hey, post. Have you seen what I was telling Melo about those Dragon Ball Z episodes that's on YouTube?
Uh-uh.
The AI that's AI generated, bro. Hold on, I'm gonna send you a link. 1 second.
Okay, like I was
Yo, what up? What up,
wait.
legendary?
Okay, legendary. Let me see here. Legendary with the $5. Legendary says Xbox, the sky is red. Every other people on the planet equal the sky is blue. Mellow equals Xbox said the sky is red. So again, the sky is red.
yeah,
why
whatever,
they,
man.
why they
Where they ever take
hey
that come from?
why they
But guess
why they
what?
coming why they coming for you like that,
Legendary.
Mellow?
I appreciate you saying that, but guess what, Legendary? I ain't never been wrong. Make sure you put that in there too, nigga. I ain't never been wrong. I said what I said about console war being a cancer. I said the daggone game. This gonna be the last generation of the consoles. Everything I said was right, nigga. Make sure you put that in there. And got daggone PlayStation is a garage sale. Coming soon.
I would say this.
Carry on, folks.
If you're a part of the Xbox community, lower your expectations. Lower your expectations. And don't assume anything that's being said online from Microsoft is going to come to fruition. They lie to us about exclusives. They lie to us about 4 games. These are corporations. They're not our friends. They will tell you anything and everything to gain your business or to keep your business. Hold their feet to the fire and see how this is going to play out. But the same thing I said for PlayStation, I say this is no longer the Xbox we grew up with. This is no longer the Xbox we're used to. The old comrades, the old captains, people who have ran the ship are gone. And there's probably many more that's going to go. And by the time it's all over, you might see and hear of people running Xbox that you ain't never heard of.
And who said that before? Remember the golden girl of gaming? You old ass niggas that think the traditional way is how this thing is gonna go, you're gonna be sadly mistaken. I keep saying that mess.